Hello and welcome to today's edition of Catholic Focus. My name is Deborah Mwanya and joining me for sign language interpretation is Eric Maluki. Welcome. We start here in Nairobi, where child care stakeholders have raised concerns over growing inequality in access to early childhood care in Nairobi County, where a child's future often depends on their family's income or location. They say while children in affluent areas enjoy safe and nurturing environments, those in informal settlements are frequently left in unsafe and unstimulating spaces. Here is the full report.
Speaking in Machakos during the launch of a new digital tool development by community health promoters to map all childhood development centers, Kidogo Alia's head of policy and partnerships Alain Hart said the platform will help identify gaps in access to quality childcare. She noted that more than half of Nairobi's population live in informal settlements, forcing parents to choose between earning a living and ensuring their children's safety.
Kidogo is a social enterprise that has been working in Kenya for about 10 years. And our work has been in informal spaces and mainly finding, training, and quality assuring child care providers that are unsure of what quality standards look like. One of the challenges we have in Kenya and in Nairobi is that in urban communities, we don't have equality in terms of care provision. If you go to neighborhoods, high-end neighborhoods, Runda, Westlands, those neighborhoods will have quality provision of childcare, and they'll also have the resources to be able to ensure that children are receiving a holistic, nurturing care environment. In other communities, mostly informal communities, of which I believe the statistic is 60% of Nairobi is urban informal, those parents have to balance two things. They have to get to work, but they also need to find somewhere safe to leave their children. That's a challenge. What do? Most of the times, they'll think of who is the safest person close by to be able to leave their child.
Kidogo, she said, continues to train and support home-based caregivers to improve standards in these communities. Her colleague Martina Adega emphasized that proper licensing and regulation will help professionalize informal child care providers.
Tumeweza kukuja pamoja kutengeza technical working group ambayo inatusaidia kuhamasisha wale kina mama kuhusu namna ambayo wanaweza wakalea watoto, kuweza kutengeza sera ama standards and regulations ambazo zinatusaidia kuhakikisha kuwa zile biashara ambazo wale kina mama wanafanya zinaweza kuwa license. Na kutokana na shule ambayo imetuleta hapa leo, tutakuwa tukipeana findings ama tutakuwa tunatoa maelezo kuhusu vitu ambazo tumeweza kuona kutokana na mapping exercise. Yani kumaanisha kuwa tuliweza kupanga ni vipi ambavyo tutaweza kufikia yule mtoto ambaye anapatikana katika mazingira duni ama katika community ama informal settlements.
On her part, Judy Macharia, Nairobi's head of community health services, said the digital tool supported by the Big Win project will enhance data collection and ensure even informal child care centers are included in the city's early learning systems.
So the sustainability in case the partners move out is that they've been able to, it's like we've been working together. So they've been able to train us, we know how to come up with these tools, and also training all our CHPs. They'll have the knowledge, and this knowledge they'll be able to pass it through the households, and we cover around 1 million households in the county through the community health promoters, and then also the healthcare workers who will be trained. They'll be able to ensure that there is sustainability, and they'll be able to pass this knowledge to even the other healthcare providers, maybe who will not be trained. Yes, even the informal child care centers, the informal daycares, that no one knows about them, we'll include them in the program because we want to teach them how to play with the child to ensure that they seize the opportunity for early learning. And we want our children not to have a lot of screen time. Actually, WHO says a child who is less than 2 years there should be 0 screen time, and up to 4 years around 1 hour. So we want them to play and play a lot.
Reporting for Capuchin TV, Catholic Focus, I'm John Beja.
Quite inspiring story there by John Bencha. And moving forward, concerns are mounting in Samia North, Busia County, as residents accuse both county and national governments of overlooking the region in development planning. The locals now want the stalled projects reinstated, citing growing inequality across the county. They now claim critical development initiatives have been diverted elsewhere, leaving their communities struggling with poor infrastructure and limited opportunities. Robert Mwangi has this report.
Speaking during a community meeting held at Sidonga village to review local development progress, residents led by Boaz Ojiambo, Vincent Juma, and Dennis Apopo claimed that several projects originally planned for Samia North were transferred to Samia South without consultation.
Viongozi ambao tulichagua wamelalia upande mmoja. Sisi watu kama Samia North tumeathirika mahali pakubwa sana. Maendeleo yanatoa huko Samia North wakishukisha huko upande kwao huko Samia South.
Viongozi wetu wametudhalilisha sana. Kwa vile wanachukua mambo ingekuwa kwe North wanapeleka South kila kitu. Kwani South ndio Funyula constituency yote. Sisi tuko na machungu sana. Koti ilikuwa hapa, kiwanja ya ndege. Tunashangaa kila kitu inachukuliwa ikipelekwa chini, mbona? Kwani sisi sio wapiga kura? Kama barabara imepelekwa chini, sokoni inapelekwa chini. Na Funyula sasa ilikuwa headquarter ya Samia, tunashangaa sasa itakuwaje?
They accused Busia Governor Dr. Paul Otuoma and Funyula MP Uondo Mudenyo of failing to fulfill campaign promises and of discriminating against their area in the distribution of development initiatives.
Wanafika wakati wanatuambia hii barabara ya Ring Road inapita kutoka Matayos ikienda paka Sisenye. Kipita ikienda. Saizi tunasikia tukienda kuangalia kwa karatasi inatuambia barabara inatoka Alema ikipita ikienda.
The residents appealed to President Dr. William Ruto to intervene and ensure the implementation of the long-delayed Mulwanda Bridge project, a key link between Kenya and Uganda that was launched by the late President Mwai Kibaki in 2008, but has since stalled.
Mulwanda ndio bridge ile ambao kila mmoja wetu alikuwa anaitambua. Ilikuja ikasinduliwa na the late President Mwai Kibaki mwaka wa 2008. Hata tunashangaa ni sababu gani hapo tunao haijawekwa lami.
Tunasikitika ya kwamba kwa hii miaka 20 hiyo daraja tangu isunduliwe, hao viongozi ambao ni wabunge wetu hata kufikia leo hii kwa gavana ambaye amekuwa mbunge, hakuna kitu ambacho wanajali hiyo daraja ya Mulwanda. Daraja ya Mulwanda ni ajira kubwa kwa watu wa Samia. Ni daraja kubwa, ni italete maendeleo katika wilaya yetu ya Busia hapa.
Mulwanda border post ikijengwa itafungua economy ya eneo hili. Sisi tumekuwa marginalized, hatuna kiwanda, hatuna cash crop ambayo ilikuwa mismanaged na hawa viongozi. Tulikuwa tukilima pamba. Tuko na ginari ambayo ni kubwa sana katika Eastern Central Africa, inaitwa Luanda ginari. Leo hii imekuwa white elephant. Ni kwa sababu viongozi walioko hawana nia nzuri na eneo hili la Samia North.
They further called for the completion of markets and road projects that were reportedly relocated to other regions, urging that they should be executed as initially planned.
Tunaomba president wetu ya kwamba kwa moyo wako mkunjufu tukumbuke sisi watu wa Samia, barabara ya kutoka Matayos, daraja ya Mulwanda, na hiyo barabara ikuje mpaka dispensary na iweze kwenda mpaka kule Sisenye vile ilivyoundwa kwa ile miaka ambayo ilikuwa.
Kulikuwa na mbunge alikuja akawa na mkutano Mulwanda. Akasema analeta soko. Ganjala, Nambaboto, Muluanda. Sasa tunashangaa haya maduka ambayo wananchi walijenga watayangusha, watakuwa compensated ama itakuwaje?
Wao wako na ubinafsi wa kujitakia wenyewe, kila kitu wanapeleka eneo moja ambalo ni Samia South.
The residents expressed disappointment, saying they feel excluded from development despite being loyal citizens and active voters. Residents of Samia North decry years of neglect, calls for fair distribution of development projects. Reporting for Capuchin TV Catholic Focus, my name is Robert Mwangi.
Moving forward, residents of Mang Ward in Gatundu North, Kiambu County are demanding answers after waking up to find a newly constructed ECDE Development Center partly demolished. The St. Francis ECD Center, one of Governor Kimani Wamatangi's flagship projects, was vandalized overnight, leaving the community in shock and outrage. Our reporter now brings us the details.
At dawn in Mang Ward, disbelief hangs in the air. The St. Francis ECD Center, barely months after completion, now stands scarred and vandalized.
Na nimekuja huku kushuhudia kitendo chenye kimefanywa usiku wa leo. Ni kitendo cha kuhuzunisha sana, sababu kulingana na venye gavana wa Matangi amefanya, amejaribu sana kuinua hii ECD centers, na sasa kuona kitendo kama hiki kimefanyika ya wizi wa mali ya umma ni kitendo kibaya sana.
In the dead of the night, vandals descended on the facility, ripping out steel doors and windows, smashing sections of the walls, and leaving what was meant to be a safe learning space for children in ruins.
Hii shule haijasomewa miezi 3, imebomolewa kama bado ni mpya. Kwa hivyo ni kusema zile pesa zote zilikuwa zimetumika, zimepotelea, na watoto hawana kwa kusomea. Maendeleo ikuje, lakini ikuje na njia inayofaa, sababu tukionyesha hivi hatujui wakimalizana kuiba ama watakuja kwetu nyumbani ama wataenda hospitali ama wataenda wapi kuiba, sababu mwizi ni mwizi tu.
The center, which housed PP1 and PP2 classrooms, an office and an ablution block, is part of the 312 ECDE facilities constructed under Governor Kimani Wamatangi's administration.
Kuona venye vitu zinaibiwa za umma ni vibaya sana. Kuna njia zenye zinaweza tumika, sababu kuna mashamba zingine za umma zenye ziko Gatundu North zinaweza jengwa shule nyingine, na ni kuonyesha ya kwamba sisi hatutaki watoto kama tunakuja kubomoa shule kama hii, ni kusema tunaua ama tunakandamiza masomo ya baadaye, sababu kuna polytechnic iko hapa karibu, hiyo ndio ingejengwa ikuwe mzuri. Kuna mashamba zingine hata serikali huwa inanunua shamba. The previous regime yenye ilikuwa na mheshimiwa Wajiko Kibe, tuliona akinunua shamba pale Igamba akajenga another primary school. Badala ya kubomoa yenye iko, tunafaa kujenga zingine, kutumia zile mashamba ziko ama kununua shamba zingine tunajenga badala ya kubomoa.
As officers assess the destruction, angry residents gather, demanding swift action and answers.
Hata kama kulikuwa na fununu hii shule ikiwa yote inabomolewa ili kuletwa shule ingine, tunasema hata kama ni kuondoa, tutumie haki. Tujue hii ni mali ya umma, ni pesa ya umma imetumika, na hii ni shule ya watoto wadogo. Labda mtoto wako atakuja kusomea hapa. Kwa hivyo kutumia hii kitu kama venye imetumika sasa, naweza sema ninaikasifu kwa njia kubwa sana. Na niseme sisi sio msimamo wa wakazi wa Mangu ama ya eneo yote ya Gatundu North. Hii ni kitu ya mtu binafsi na huu ni ugaidi, na ningependa ile serikali ichukulie hatua wenye wamefanya hii kitendo.
Residents allege that a local politician is behind the nighttime operation, claiming the demolition was meant to pave the way for another project, an intention the community says disrespects public investments and endangers children.
Hii ni vita ya kisiasa na ni vita mbaya. Nilikuwa natazama runinga siku zingine na nikasikia wabunge wengine wakisema wanataka viti za gavana, na tunajua wenye ambao huwa wanamhusisha kwa hizi vitendo, na tunaomba wabunge wasikane na gavana, waondoe siasa, waondoe hiyo maneno, wafanyie wananchi kazi. Gavana anafanya kazi na tunaona kazi yake, na tungeshindwa. Kwa nini? Hata kama ni huruma, kwa nini msikuja kubomoa kama hakuna? Mnajua tu ECD ilijengwa juzi na kuna mtihani inaendelea.
Meanwhile, life goes on for the little ones who were meant to benefit from this center. For now, they play outside a facility that remains unusable until justice is served and reconstruction begins.
Hii ECD kama hatugeitaka, kuna mahali pengine hakujajengwa, tungejenga huko. Lakini kuleta siasa, ukiita watu wachache hapo unawapatia kitu wanasema ati wamekubali. Na hata tu sio kukubali. Kwa nini? The only thing yenye imeguzwa hapa ni ECD. Tuko na shule huku, tuko na classes mingi, zingine hazisomewi, zingine hakuna kazi inafanyiwa, lakini badala ya kuja kutengeneza sisi tunabomoa. Hiyo sio mzuri, na hiyo tu ndio tuliona pale Kamwangi soko ikibomolewa mchana.
Police say investigations are underway, with community leaders now calling for accountability and protection of public assets. Asasha Elizabeth, reporting for the Catholic Focus, Capuchin TV, Nairobi.
And that there is pure and total disregard of public coffers. We hope that investigations will be done and an action will be taken upon those who demolished that ECD center. Moving forward, in Murang'a County Junior Secondary School, intern teachers have taken to the streets demanding immediate confirmation to permanent and pensionable terms. The teachers who were hired earlier this year on one-year contracts say they are struggling to survive on a monthly stipend of 17,000 shillings. They now want the Teachers Service Commission to clarify their fate before their contracts expire in December. Paris Wamboi asked this report.
Chanting solidarity songs and carrying placards, dozens of junior secondary school intern teachers marched through Gatanga constituency, their message to the government loud and clear: confirm us now. The teachers say life has become unbearable on the internship terms, with most of them earning a stipend of 17,000 shillings, an amount they describe as peanuts given the workload and the country's rising cost of living.
Whatever that we are paid by the government are peanuts. They have affected psychologically. We are not able to deliver in classes because we are not even able to meet our demands even from our homes. Our wives are demanding for us to perform, but we are unable to do so because we are stressed. We urge the government to confirm us so that we can live better lives, so that we can be able even to provide for our families, so that we can have peace in our homes. When we don't have peace in our homes, the same problems, we call them into school and we are not able to deliver to students. You will realize ourselves, we are always quarreling with the runners and having problems with our administration.
The interns who were recruited by the Teacher Service Commission TSC in November last year and posted to schools in January are on one-year contract set to expire in December. They say the uncertainty over their futures left them demoralized and anxious.
And a teacher survive on 17,000 Kenya shillings. We can even imagine a 17,000 Kenya shillings in Nairobi. No commuter allowances, no benefits, especially the medical allowances. For example, a female teacher. You are told you are being paid 17,000, and most of the female teachers, some get pregnant during the course. How are you supposed to take care of the babies? How are you supposed to give birth with the 17,000 that you are being given? And mind you, some have not been paid. When you come into internship, you even stay for months without payment. So this is our plea to the government. This internship program, it's not that it was bad, but you cannot subject the teachers to another year of internship. This was there from 2023-2025 as the government confirmed 46,000 interns, but we are saying, as the letter has stated, 1 year, non-renewable. Let it be so. Let the teachers, especially the science intern teachers, to be confirmed.
The teachers accused the government of failing to allocate funds for their confirmation in the 2025-2026 national budget. despite earlier promises that they would be absorbed into permanent and pensionable terms. They also want the TSC to provide clear timelines and a concrete plan on when and how their confirmation will take place.
Number one, we want the government to tell us whether funds have been allocated by the government to facilitate our confirmation. Viva teachers, viva! Viva! Number two, we demand the TSC, our employer, to tell us the specific timelines for implementing our confirmation. Viva teachers, viva! Viva! The last one, number three, we also request the TSC to give us the plans that it has put in place for our confirmation. Viva teachers, viva! Viva!
By now, they should have gotten their letters of confirmation. And the delays in confirmation are building anxiety among us teachers. So we are here to put a stamp to whatever Kupet had said, that the confirmation should have been done by now.
Some teachers say they were science instructors who handle risky practicals but still lack a medical cover, an issue they termed as unfair and demotivating.
Na la kusisitizia ni kuwa walimu hapa ni walimu wa kisayansi. Hawana allowances. Ninasikitika kuwa mwalimu wa kisayansi kuna risks ambazo anapitia. Na mwalimu huyu hana medical cover yenye ko sustainable. Ni kuonyesha kuwa serikali ni kama haimtambii mwalimu kabisa.
However, while Education CS Julius Ogamba recently hinted that confirmation could take 1 or 2 years, Treasury CS John Mbadi has assured that the government will allocate 54 billion shillings to convert the interns to permanent terms starting January 2026. Still, for the teachers in Moranga, that promise feels too far away. They say unless the government acts now, they may have no choice but to escalate their protests in the coming weeks. Reporting for Catholic Focus, my name is Paris Wangombe.
Meanwhile, the Communications Authority of Kenya has wrapped up a 4-day media capacity building workshop in Nanyuki, Laikipia County, bringing together journalists from Central and Eastern regions. The forum focused on strengthening collaboration between the authority and the media in promoting ICT awareness and digital inclusion across the country. Here is the full report. Held from November 3rd to 6th, the workshop sought to equip journalists with knowledge on Kenya's growing ICT landscape, broadcasting regulations, and emerging digital opportunities. CS Regional Manager for Central and Eastern, Dr. Emma Otieno, said the ICT sector continues to transform lives, driving innovation, creating jobs, and empowering communities.
We have done very well over the time is to increase the number of licensees who are offering ICT services, and we find that ICT is one of these sectors that is now driving the economy. So we have really created an enabling environment that has seen a lot of interest into the ICT sector, and we have increased the numbers of licensees 2-3-fold since the last 5 years.
Dr. Emma noted that 98% of Kenyans now have access to 3G and 4G services, with increased mobile and broadband connectivity made possible through the Universal Service Fund. She highlighted CES milestones including digital TV migration, growth in frequency penetration, and continued support for innovators through platforms such as the Sandbox program.
So we have more people in the telecommunication sector, we have more people in the postal and courier sector, we have more players in the broadcasting sector. So that is one of the things we've done. Another thing that we do here as the Communications Authority of Kenya is to ensure the quality of service is optimum for users to be able to use the services. So we have deployed infrastructure, and we've invested, the authority has invested into the appropriate technology to be able to ensure that the surveillance is happening, so that we are able to ensure that our licensees are providing optimal.
Communications Authority Officer Victor Maina emphasized the authority's community-driven approach, working with local leaders and county governments to ensure ownership of ICT projects.
In the sense, we begin by having conversations right from the local level, so be it at the chief level, be it with the elders, as we work our way upwards and actually gain, traction and ownership of these particular projects for the community. So understanding what are their needs besides ICT needs, what else might they require or may they be in need of to support our initiative. So that's one of the ways we are approaching this.
Participants praised the initiative, terming it as timely and impactful. The Nanyuki training is part of CA's nationwide engagements aimed at strengthening partnerships and ensuring every Kenyan benefits from the digital revolution. From Communications Authority of Kenya, that brings us to the end of our Catholic Focus edition today. Thank you for choosing Capuchin TV and thank you for standing with us. We thank you for your continued support. We thank our production team for enabling this bulletin. My name is Deborah Mwani and our sign language interpreter has been Eric Maluki. Until next time, keep safe and may God bless you.
Keep watching Capuchin TV, your staunchly Catholic identity channel. You are watching Capuchin TV. For any complaints, comments, or compliments on our programming, you can either write to us on info@capuchintv.co.ke or you can call us directly on 0717 424 866. Your complaint shall be addressed within 7 days. Remember to keep a copy of your communication with us. Keep watching Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity.
Watakatifu wa Mungu, tuombee juu mbinguni. Enyi mliofia dini, tuombeeni kwa Mungu Baba.
Mapadri, watawa, Wakristo na halmashauri ya parokia ya All Saints Riara katika jimbo kuu Katoliki la Nairobi wanakualika kwenye ibada ya misa ya shukrani wanapoadhimisha miaka 123 tangu parokia hii ilipoanzishwa. Ibada hii itafanyika kwenye sherehe ya kifamilia ya parokia hii Jumapili tarehe 9 Novemba mwaka 2025.
Litakuwa ni adhimisho la miaka 123 tangu kanisa hili ilipoanzishwa. Mojawapo ya sherehe za siku hiyo ni kwamba tutakuwa na adhimisho la sakramenti ya kipaimara. Tuko na wanafunzi wa dini 250 ambao watapewa sakramenti ya kipaimara. Pia tutakuwa na baraka kwa familia kama mojawapo ya kuadhimisha mwaka huu wa jubilei ya matumaini. Familia zetu katika parokia hii zitabarikiwa na baba askofu.
Ibada ya misa itaanza saa 4 asubuhi ikiongozwa na Askofu David Kamau, msaidizi wa jimbo kuu Katoliki la Nairobi.
Mada ama theme ya kanisa letu ni Hope Does Not Disappoint. Na hapa katika parokia yetu tumeunda mada yetu ambayo inaambatana na theme hiyo ambayo tunaita Hope Lights Our Path. Pia tutakuwa na siku ya michezo ama fun day ya watoto, na tunatarajia kwamba siku hiyo itakuwa siku njema, siku ya furaha na siku ya kusherehekea familia yetu kama parokia. Parokia hii iko na vigango 9 na vikundi vya kanisa letu wamejitolea sana, na pia makanisa yetu yamekuwa yakitembea kwenye makanisa hayo ambayo yametengwa ili waweze kuguza mlango wa matumaini na pia kusali na kufanya toba kwa ajili ya dhambi zetu.
Ibada hii itakufikia moja kwa moja hapa Capuchin TV na kwenye mitandao yetu ya kijamii. Capuchin TV tunawapa hongera mapadri, watawa na Wakristo wa parokia All Saints Riara wanaposherehekea siku kuu ya imani katika kanisa la Kikatoliki.
Watakatifu wa Mungu, tuombee juu mbinguni. Enyi mliofia dini, tuombeeni kwa Mungu Baba.
Endelea kutazama Capuchin TV, kitambulisho Katoliki.